Becoming an in-gym personal trainer is what most people in the health and fitness space see as their dream career. You're probably considering becoming one now, or you're already a personal trainer and coach in a gym. It sounds like paradise, eh? You get to work in an environment you love, you get to help others achieve their health and fitness goals, and you get a free gym membership out of it. What isn't it to love? However, you're most likely watching this and you're either thinking to yourself, I'd love to know what it's like to become an in-gym personal trainer to see if it's something for you. Or you've already come to the same conclusion that I have, which is what I'll be discussing throughout this video. Now, straight up, I will mention that I've been an Australian health professional and coach for just over 5 years. I was an in-gym personal trainer for 3 years before I shifted the business online. If you're considering going down this career path, or you're in the health and fitness space, this video is a must watch right through until the end. I'll be breaking down exactly what it takes and what to expect when becoming an in-gym personal trainer. You'll gain an insider's perspective and be 5 steps ahead of your competition when or if you decide to make the switch. Now, this first point is one you should really understand and take note of. I've personally known far too many people to make this one mistake, costing them tens of thousands of dollars, putting them in debt, and setting them back before they've even started. I'm talking about the education and certifications that you need to be a registered in-gym personal trainer. If your goal is to train someone in a gym, a studio, or in a private setting, all that you need is a certificate for in fitness and your senior CPR and first aid certificates. That is literally it. You do not have to go to university or college and spend 4 years completing a sports exercise science degree. Not only is that a waste of time and money, but I guarantee you can learn a whole lot more if you just completed your certificate for in fitness and immediately jumped into personal training. 3 years, by the way, before everyone else who decided to take the exercise science route. During those 3 years that you're hands-on in the gym, if you also continue your own research and education about sports science, nutrition, business fundamentals, client assessments, marketing, sales, and how to correctly tailor programs to individual clients, then you will have way more knowledge and expertise on how to run a personal training and coaching business by the time anyone who went down the sports exercise science route graduate. The only time I would suggest going down the degree path is if you want to specialize in the sports exercise science field, you want to teach students in a class, or you have plans on training professional sports athletes. Now, this next point is going to get me into a lot of heat and controversy, but I genuinely do not care. No one else is going to speak to you like this or say it like it is, so I might as well. The health and fitness space is easily one of the most highly competitive industries, especially when you're confined to one location, one gym, one demographic, under the same roof. Even the trainers in the same gym as you are all your competition. You may be friends, share some moments of bonding, but at the end of the day, they are also running their own training and coaching business. They're after the same clients, the same outcome, and the success that you want. If you do not remain competitive, you will be chewed up and spat out into another gym, and another gym, and another gym, until you understand this simple fact. Look, I don't know how it is in your country, but here in Sydney, Australia, the average membership size of a gym is between 800 to 1,000 people. Out of those people, you have to consider who's actually active in the gym. Recent stats say that around half of the people that own a gym membership don't even go or they only attend the gym once per week. So now you're left with around 450 people. Something else you have to consider is which of these people who attend the gym fall within your target market. I'm going to be generous and estimate that around 70% of the remaining pool of people fall within your target market. So what? Now you're left with 315 people. Now, you tell me, are you still willing to pretend like you're okay with treating your personal training business like it's not in direct competition with the other trainers? Building a client base is difficult. Expect to start very small and gradually expand your clientele through word of mouth, successful transformations, and a lot of marketing. This is where you'll learn that your success hinges on more than just your certifications. Personally, I was an in-gym trainer across multiple gyms. This was able to expand my reach and the pool of people that I had access to. Which would lead me into my next point, which will further reinforce what I just spoke about. And that has to do with income, expenses, and self-employment. As an in-gym personal trainer, you have 3 options to consider, which will be the difference between losing hundreds per week or making thousands of dollars per week. Option number 1, numero uno. You work for a gym under a paid salary, which will make you an employee. Benefits include a consistent, steady stream of income and a regular flow of clients, where the gym takes care of all the marketing and overhead expenses. The downside to this option is that you'll be capped at a certain income. You won't have much flexibility at all, and you're very replaceable. Personally, I would never in a million years choose this option. The whole point is to own and run your own business and personal brand with full control and autonomy. Option number 2, DOS. You work under a head coach as a subcontractor. You'll need an ABN, or if you're in the US, you'll need an EIN, or whichever country you're in, you'll need a government-issued business identifier. The benefits of this option include a higher pay when compared to being an employee. You'll also have more flexibility. The downsides, however, is again, you're going to be capped at a certain income level. You'll also have to follow and listen to the instructions of your head coach. Option number 3, tres. This final one, which is my personal recommendation and preference, is running your own personal training business as an independent contractor. This means you'll be responsible for your own taxes, insurance, clients, marketing, sales, leads, social media, programs, scheduling, and ultimately being your own boss and in charge of your own earning potential. You must also factor in and prepare for fluctuations in your month-to-month income. It would also be smart to set up a financial plan and understand how all of your money is flowing in and out. But this is where I mention the biggest issue with the current in-gym training business model that exists today, and the main reason why most personal trainers quit in the first 6 months. And that's the rent that you have to pay to the gym in order to train your clients. Honestly, this is the biggest pitfall of the industry. In Australia, the average weekly rent, I can't believe I'm saying that, average weekly rent to a gym. Anyways, the average weekly rent that you have to pay to a gym falls between $250 to $400 per week. Seriously, think about how absurd that sounds, especially when you were in my position, training across multiple gyms at once. Again, this ties back to my previous point on why you must remain competitive in the gym you wish to train in. If you don't, then you risk being in negative income territory until you're either forced to leave due to running out of funds, or you're forced to make a deal with your gym where you have to work some hours for them to make up for it. Now, it is true that running your own personal training and coaching business has significantly more flexibility than if you were to become a 9-to-5 employee. However, expect to be working early mornings, late evenings, and even on some weekends too, in order to have to accommodate your clientele's availability and schedule. Look, essentially, your schedule becomes the combined schedule of all your clients' availabilities. This is why it's so important to determine the days and hours where you wish to run your business and service your clients on. If you have a family or other commitments, these also need to be factored in. You need to figure out when your eating times are, plan your own workouts, and account for travel times as well, like in my example, where I had multiple gyms. Trust me, this is a prime example where if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Understand that this business schedule of when you work and don't work must be non-negotiable. When I was an in-gym trainer, I worked with clients between 5:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. I never worked past 12 p.m. on Saturday and never trained clients on Sunday. That's what worked for me. Ultimately, you have to find what's going to work for you and your schedule. Now listen, I hope I was able to teach you what it takes to become an in-gym personal trainer and what to expect if you decide to go down this career path. If you gained a fresh perspective, comment below and I'll make a part 2. If you learned something from the video, please give it a thumbs up, please give it a like. If you didn't learn anything, no stress, just give it a thumbs down. And listen, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, then please hit that subscribe button, because 2 times per week I'm bringing you videos that will help you in your own health and fitness journey, coaching you to become the best version of yourself. Finally, if you require additional one-on-one coaching, you can find the links to my website down in the description below. I'll catch you all in the next video. Cheers.